Technology ages faster than drywall dries. That's the uncomfortable truth no one tells you when you're installing the latest smart home upgrade. What feels cutting edge today can feel clunky, unsupported, or visually dated in less time than it takes to pay off the credit card you used to install it. In 2026, smart home technology evolves at a brutal pace. Software updates shift ecosystems. Hardware becomes incompatible, design aesthetics change, and homeowners who hardwire trendy tech directly into permanent surfaces often discover they've locked yesterday's innovation into tomorrow's renovation bill. Today, we're breaking down 10 smart home features that will feel outdated in 2 years, why they age so quickly, and how to avoid turning your house into a tech museum. Let's start with built-in smart display hubs mounted directly into walls. At first, they feel futuristic. Centralized touchscreens controlling lighting, climate, cameras, music, clean, integrated, permanent. But that permanence is the problem. Display technology evolves rapidly. Screen resolution improves, interface design changes. Processing speed increases. 2 years later, that once impressive screen feels slow and dated compared to current tablets. Worse, manufacturers discontinue support. Replacing a wall-mounted built-in unit often requires patching drywall, repainting, and reconfiguring wiring. Portable, upgradable devices age far more gracefully than embedded hardware. Second, proprietary whole-home automation systems that lock you into one ecosystem. Some companies sell centralized systems that require specialized controllers and dedicated wiring. They promise seamless integration, but they rely on brand-specific software updates. If the company pivots, discontinues hardware, or shifts compatibility standards, you're stuck. Retrofitting a proprietary system into an open standard later can require rewiring or replacing multiple components. Open platform, modular systems protect flexibility. Closed ecosystems often age quickly. Third, motorized blinds tied to outdated control apps. Automated window treatments sound luxurious, but app-based control systems evolve quickly. 2 years later, the app interface may feel clunky or unsupported on newer devices. Replacing motors embedded inside window frames isn't cheap. Worse, some systems rely on battery packs hidden within hard-to-reach valances. Upgrading later means removing trim or disassembling window treatments. Designing motorized systems with accessible, replaceable components prevents expensive frustration. Fourth, smart refrigerators with oversized built-in touchscreens. They look impressive in showrooms. Digital calendars, streaming services, internal cameras. But appliance software ages quickly. 2 years later, the interface lags, app support ends. The novelty fades, but the oversized screen remains. If it fails, replacement costs are high. Buyers often see aging smart appliances as liabilities rather than assets. Core appliance performance lasts longer than flashy digital overlays. Fifth, built-in whole-house speaker systems hardwired behind drywall without upgrade pathways. Audio technology evolves rapidly. Streaming standards shift, connectivity protocols update. Hardwiring speaker docks for specific hardware becomes obsolete quickly. Retrofitting wiring paths later requires opening walls. Installing conduit or accessible pathways during construction allows speaker and wiring upgrades without demolition. Sixth, fingerprint-based smart locks with proprietary software. Biometric locks feel secure and futuristic. But battery life, software support, and sensor reliability can degrade quickly. If fingerprint recognition becomes inconsistent or unsupported, replacing the entire lock system may be required. Choosing modular locks that can update firmware or swap components extends longevity. Seventh, complex lighting control panels replacing traditional switches entirely. Large multi-button panels controlling scenes and automation can look sleek initially, but when guests visit, confusion sets in. 2 years later, software updates may change interface behavior. If the manufacturer updates design language or discontinues the model, matching panels becomes difficult. Keeping standard switch infrastructure alongside smart functionality preserves flexibility. 8th, built-in charging drawers designed for specific cable types. USB ports once dominated, now USB-C. In 2 years, standards may shift again. Hardwiring specific port types into cabinetry dates the installation. Replacing charging modules later may require cabinet modification. Installing simple power outlets with adaptable chargers protects against obsolescence. 9th, ceiling-mounted projectors with proprietary resolution standards. Projection technology advances quickly, new formats, improved brightness, smaller units. Ceiling recesses designed around specific projector dimensions can limit upgrade options. Flexibility in mounting and wiring keeps future options open. 10th, centralized media closets built around specific streaming hardware. Hardware platforms evolve quickly, devices shrink, consolidate, or shift to cloud-based systems. Custom cabinetry sized tightly around current devices limits adaptability. Over-specialization accelerates obsolescence. Now let's zoom out and understand why these features age so quickly. Technology follows a software cycle, not a construction cycle. Construction assumes longevity measured in decades. Software evolves annually. When you fuse the two without flexibility, conflict is inevitable. A kitchen cabinet may last 20 years. A smart display may feel outdated in 3. When tech is embedded into walls, cabinetry, or millwork, replacement costs multiply. It's not just the device, it's the labor to remove surrounding finish. In 2026, buyers are increasingly cautious about inherited smart systems. They ask, will this integrate with my phone? Is the app still supported? What happens if the company goes under? Smart features that feel overly specific to a moment in time can reduce appeal rather than enhance it. Here's the deeper financial mistake homeowners make: confusing innovation with permanence. Just because something feels advanced doesn't mean it belongs in drywall. The smarter strategy is infrastructure without overcommitment. Install conduit pathways for future wiring. Add neutral wires in switch boxes for flexibility. Ensure accessible power sources. Choose modular systems. Keep physical switch backups. Avoid hard framing screens into walls. Imagine two homes built in 2026. One integrates smart features, lightly and flexibly wireless devices, replaceable hubs, open ecosystems, accessible wiring paths. The other hardwires proprietary panels into walls, embeds outdated display screens, and designs cabinetry around specific devices. 2 years later, one home upgrades easily, the other looks technologically frozen. Buyers in 2028 won't care that your smart panel was impressive in 2026. They will care whether it feels current or costly to replace. Another hidden issue is security updates. Unsupported devices become vulnerabilities. Replacing insecure hardware embedded into walls becomes urgent rather than optional. Now consider aesthetic aging. Tech design trends shift quickly. Thick bezels feel dated. Certain LED color tones feel old. Interface design styles evolve. A built-in screen that screams mid-2020s can visually date an entire room. The solution is not avoiding smart technology. It's separating tech lifespan from structural lifespan. Think of your home like a body and technology like clothing. Clothing should be changeable. The body should remain adaptable. Run extra conduit. Add blank junction boxes for future expansion. Install standard back boxes behind any panel location. Avoid custom millwork that traps devices permanently. Preserve upgrade pathways. The regret homeowners feel isn't about having technology. It's about having technology they can't easily replace. In 2026, the smartest homes aren't the ones with the most gadgets. They're the ones designed for technological evolution. Because innovation accelerates, but drywall doesn't move. Before installing any smart feature, ask yourself, if this feels outdated in 2 years, how hard will it be to remove? If the company discontinues support, what's my backup plan? Can I upgrade without cutting into finished surfaces? Is this system modular or locked? Technology should serve your home. Your home should not be held hostage by technology. Build the infrastructure for flexibility, not the monument to a moment. Because in 2 years, today's smart can feel surprisingly old. And the cost of being permanently trendy is almost always higher than the cost of being intelligently adaptable. And here's where this becomes even more critical. Technology doesn't just age visually, it ages functionally. A smart feature that works slightly slower, disconnects occasionally, or requires constant updates doesn't feel premium anymore. It feels annoying, and annoyance is the fastest way for something once exciting to become something you avoid using altogether. Let's go deeper into how these smart features quietly turn into long-term liabilities. One of the most common mistakes homeowners make is embedding voice assistants directly into ceilings or custom cabinetry. It feels seamless, no devices sitting on countertops. No visible speakers, but voice assistant hardware improves rapidly. Microphones get better. Processing becomes faster, AI capabilities evolve. 2 years later, the embedded unit doesn't recognize commands as efficiently as newer devices. Replacing a ceiling-mounted unit often requires cutting drywall or disassembling millwork. A small countertop device would have been easier to swap. Another fast-aging feature is smart mirrors with built-in displays, weather updates, news headlines. Calendar integration initially impressive, but display brightness fades over time. Software support becomes inconsistent. Screen burn-in or pixel degradation may occur. When that built-in display fails, you're not just replacing a gadget. You're replacing a mirror integrated into tile, cabinetry, or wall finishes. Technology integrated into moisture-heavy environments like bathrooms also has a shorter lifespan due to humidity exposure. Let's talk about app-dependent lighting systems that remove manual override functionality. Some fully automated systems eliminate traditional switches entirely. Everything runs through scenes and phone apps. It feels futuristic until Wi-Fi goes down, or the app updates and changes the interface, or a guest can't figure out how to turn on the bathroom light. In 2 years, what once felt streamlined can feel overly complicated. Maintaining standard manual control alongside smart capabilities protects longevity. Now consider in-wall tablet docks used as family communication centers. When installed, they feel like mission control. But tablets evolve quickly, dimensions change, charging ports shift. Battery swelling becomes a risk after several years. Removing a fixed tablet from a recessed dock may leave a visible cavity requiring drywall patching and repainting. Designing shallow recesses with adaptable faceplates extends flexibility. Another aging feature is custom LED accent lighting with fixed color tones popular during a specific design cycle. For example, ultra-cool white LED strips embedded under cabinets or in ceiling coves. Lighting color trends shift quickly. What feels crisp and modern today can feel sterile or dated later. Replacing integrated LED strips embedded behind finished surfaces is not simple. Choosing replaceable fixtures rather than permanently sealed light strips preserves adaptability. Let's examine smart irrigation systems tied to proprietary weather services. While water-efficient landscaping is smart, app-based irrigation controllers relying on subscription services may change pricing models or discontinue features. If the hardware doesn't support firmware updates, you may need full replacement. Installing irrigation control panels in accessible, modular ways keeps upgrade costs manageable. Now think about facial recognition doorbells and cameras. These devices rely heavily on cloud processing and subscription models. Companies can alter pricing, limit storage, or discontinue support. Hardwiring specific branded camera housings into exterior finishes can leave visible scars when replacing them with newer models. Designing camera mounting points that accommodate universal brackets protects long-term aesthetics. Another rapidly aging element is early generation smart thermostats installed without considering HVAC compatibility. As heating and cooling systems evolve toward higher efficiency and variable speed technology, older smart thermostats may not support advanced features. If the thermostat location lacks proper wiring for future upgrades, wall modifications become necessary. Running sufficient low-voltage wiring during construction ensures future compatibility. Let's also discuss home battery monitoring panels hard-mounted into visible areas. Energy storage technology is evolving fast. Battery systems improve in capacity and integration annually. Embedding fixed-size monitoring screens into walls ties your infrastructure to a specific generation. Modular display units with removable mounting systems prevent permanent visual obsolescence. And here's a subtle but important issue: visible smart home branding. Large logos or branded wall panels may feel impressive at installation, but tech companies rebrand, merge, or disappear. A visible outdated logo embedded in your home can feel surprisingly dated in just a few years. The core issue isn't innovation, it's permanence. When you treat fast-evolving technology like permanent architecture, you guarantee friction later. Smart infrastructure should be invisible and flexible. Run conduit through walls for future wiring. Add extra low-voltage cabling in strategic locations. Install deep electrical boxes for device flexibility. Use blank cover plates in areas where future tech might go. Keep millwork adaptable rather than device-specific. Design for removal, not just installation. Here's the financial layer that homeowners often overlook. When selling in 2028 or 2029, buyers won't pay a premium for a 2026 smart panel. In fact, they may see it as something they need to replace. What was once marketed as a value add becomes a negotiation point. Buyers think, is this compatible with my ecosystem? Will I need to upgrade this immediately? What happens if this system fails? If uncertainty enters the conversation, value decreases. Now imagine two different approaches. Home installs open conduit pathways, neutral wiring, modular mounts, and standard switches with smart overlays. Devices can be upgraded like accessories. HomeBee embeds screens, proprietary control panels, custom speaker enclosures, and branded systems directly into finished surfaces. 3 years later, Home feels current. HomeBee feels like a time capsule. The smartest homes in 2026 aren't overloaded with gadgets. They're prepared for change. They anticipate evolution. They assume obsolescence is inevitable because it is. Technology cycles are measured in months. Homes are measured in decades. When those timelines clash, the rigid system loses. Before installing any smart feature, pause and ask, if this company disappears, can I replace this easily? If a better version launches next year, can I upgrade without demolition? If software support ends, will my home still function normally? Is there always a manual backup because the regret won't come from having smart features? It will come from being stuck with them. Design your home to outlast the tech. Let the gadgets change. Let the infrastructure remain flexible. Because in 2 years, what feels revolutionary today will simply feel old. And nothing dates a modern home faster than yesterday's technology permanently installed into tomorrow's walls.